Hunter, if you're looking for caretaker, she went to her room.
Yeah, and she made it very clear she doesn't want to be disturbed. She's pretty upset.
We really screwed up, didn't we? I knew we shouldn't have gone messing with that mirror.
I'm worried about Nico and Magic. I think they're in shock or something.
We're all in shock. It's gonna take some time for us to pull it back together. If we manage to pull ourselves together at all.
I'm very, very intimidated by Caretaker. She pushed Wanda right out of the Abbey. Again.
It seems there's a competition going on to see who can reprimand the young sons the harshest.
Are you participating?
I'm really glad everyone made it back safe and sound, which is impressive on its own. Trying an incantation like that at their level. One might think they would ask for a Sorcerer Supreme's guiding hand.
I am sure that they now know it would have been better with you there.
Kind of you, Hunter. I kept my composure, but I care for Wanda. It was under my watch that she was taken. There is nothing more I want than to make this right. Even if the outcome wasn't as hoped, we now know what has happened to her. I've been hearing her voice, but each time it grows fainter. By the great Agamotto will bring her back to us.
And here I thought we were finally starting to trust each other.
They went behind our backs. Nearly cost us everything.
They were trying to save their friend, like any of us would do.
Please, I would never do anything that reckless.
Do you even hear the words coming out of your mouth anymore?
I would never do anything that reckless, given the stakes.
Really?
Okay, fine. I would never do anything that reckless today.
I give that a solid maybe.
Whew, you look like hell, dear. I suppose you must feel like it too after these very rough few days.
I am not worried about me. I am more concerned with how everyone else is faring.
Not well, obviously. I am sorry you were unable to save Wanda, but at least you tried. I can't help but feel responsible for how things played out. Perhaps I pushed you too hard to save her too soon, before you, Nico, and Magic were ready.
What happened was not your responsibility. We chose to betray Sarah's trust and put the lives of everyone here in jeopardy. You did not make us.
Yes, but if it wasn't for me emboldening you, we may have avoided this whole mess.
I cannot get Wanda out of my head now, seeing her like that. I know I did not know her before she fell, but she was in so much pain. It permeated from her. I could feel it tear right through me. I just wish I could have freed her from it.
I know, dear. Me too. Maybe you'll get a chance to again. In the meantime, don't beat yourself up about it too much. And remember how much Sarah and I love you.
When you do immature things, you get called immature.
Caretaker, it is Hunter.
Leave me be. I'm not exactly in the mood for visitors right now.
Caretaker, it is Hunter.
Damn it, Hunter, I said leave.
to meditate soon. It's important that I keep myself regulated. I assume you're here to ask about the attempt to rescue Wanda.
You know magic better than I do. I figured...
I'd have something to say. I do. I'm worried about her.
What Nico and Magic did was dangerous. They put themselves at risk of being controlled by Lilith.
Not only that, but Magic is... You know she finds it hard to trust people. The fact that she tried to help Wanda with zero hesitation shows she's grown. But the recklessness could be indicative of conflict from within.
Hopefully this will encourage her to ask for help.
I have a soft spot for Magic, and I always will. I hope you will be kind to her.
I have always been kind to Magic, and I do not plan on stopping.
I am glad to hear it. I should probably seek the two of them out, and make sure they are all right.
Don't you think with all my knowledge, all my expertise, I could have helped save Wanda?
No.
Why?
Because we do not trust you, Strange.
Your problem, Magic, is that you don't trust anyone.
Why should I? Where were you when Wanda was taken? What have you or any of the other Avengers done to rescue her?
I thought we resolved this already. There was nothing any of us could do.
No, you resolved it out of your mind. We acted.
And had you elicited my help, you might have succeeded.
Please, you Avengers would only have gotten in our way.
I suppose we'll never know now, will we? And people say Tony's ego's big.
Enough of this. I have to attend to some issues in Limbo. Someone has to make sure we have safe passage through space-time.
Now who is running from a fight, Ileana? A warning, Hunter. I'm in a foul mood at the moment. I try not to be someone who equates youth with folly. I wish Ileana would not look at someone with a lifetime of experience and assume incompetence. Perhaps there was more I could have done to save Wanda, but until I get back into my sanctum, I cannot see everything I once did.
Magic just does not understand what you have been through, Doctor.
Of course she doesn't. She hasn't experienced an inkling of the universe that I have.
Then why let this bother you?
You know why? I just don't feel complete without the sanctum and all its prophetic perks. Like I'm not quite myself.
So you can no longer peer into the future. But that is not where your true value lies. Maybe it is time to reframe your place in the world.
Perhaps you're right, but I do not know where to start.
You can start by realizing that you are the Sorcerer Supreme, no matter where you rest your head.
Thank you, Hunter, for your wise counsel. Now, if you will excuse me, this Sorcerer Supreme needs to figure out a way to save us from this mess.
Next job I take has got to be on a boat. Back from your little field trip. I'm surprised Caretaker hasn't ripped you a new one yet. Going behind her back with the backup singers of your pop-punk band was really risky.
Magic and Nico needed my assistance. I could not say no.
Hey, I love hijinks. You gotta have real big cojones to go after Wanda like that. I'm talking huge.
I will not ask what that means, but thank you?
Really? You don't know what... Never mind. Lessons come later. Between you and me, I would have done the same thing. Not because I love causing a scene, but in our line of work, we need to bend the rules. Play fast and loose.
It depends on what the situation calls for.
The situation always calls for rebellion. We're the grunts who do the work no one else wants to do.
Perhaps you are right.
Oh, can you say that again so I can record it? I don't hear that phrase too often. If you ever want to break more rules with your little posse, count me in.
Nico? What are you doing in Wanda's room?
What does it look like? Ileana said this grimoire is filled with pretty powerful magic. There's gotta be something in here. Something to break the stupid spell your mother cast over Wanda so, you know, we can all go back to being normal. To being friends again.
If you intend on breaking Lilith's hold on Wanda, you are going to need to use magic as dark as hers. Are you up to that?
Have you seen me use the Staff of One? Yeah, not exactly the stuff of fairy tales. Unless you're talking about the creepy old original versions. You know, the ones that sound an awful lot like your childhood. Just because I don't go around broadcasting my dark side like some people do, doesn't mean I can't handle my fair share of dark magic. I know what I'm doing.
I never said you did not.
It all made sense in my head. We'd find Wanda, smack around a few Hydra dirtbags, bring her back to the Abbey, and Caretaker would bake her a cake. I wasn't exactly envisioning Wanda trying to murder us. Or you trying to do the same thing to her.
Perhaps next time we should formulate an actual plan. One that does not involve Blade or Robbie.
Tell me about it. Wait, did you just say next time?
I do not give up easily.
Neither do I. How about this? I'll keep digging through these pages if you promise not to release our friend anytime soon.
Deal.
Good, because I'm gonna hold you to that. Well, unless you have anything to add to this free Wanda brainstorming sesh, I should get back to her grimoire. I'm not leaving one page unturned until I find a way of bringing her back to her senses. Till then, later.
Hunter, come and talk with me a moment. I wanted to apologize for last night. I just couldn't believe what you and the rest of the Sons did, and needed time alone to process. I knew I underestimated Nico's desperation to save Wanda when I realized she swiped my spell book. I keep thinking, if I hadn't given up on her so easily, if I had listened to them, helped them, I could have prevented them from going out on their own and risking all. Do you think they are right, Hunter? Do you think I gave up on Wanda too soon?
Only you know the answer to that.
I just couldn't face her day after day. Not after what happened with Agatha. I wish I had been stronger. Oh, I can't help but be reminded of Lilith. Maybe if I tried to save her centuries ago, we wouldn't be walking the apocalypse we're in now. Well, I ought to pull myself together and face the day. Thanks for the word, Hunter.
We've stumbled on a Hydra unit unloading some of their stolen bounty. Unfortunately, their crates are rigged to self-destruct if the required keycard isn't swiped first. And Hydra's agents are carrying the keys. You'll have to move quickly if we're going to recover any of their equipment.
I was expecting a challenge.
I have your back.
I might have to try that myself. Let me help.
Welcome assistance.
We serve until the end! As ordered.
Your time is coming.
They move to the shadows.
I was born for this.
You've attracted some unwanted attention from the Fallen. Just what we needed.
That's a smile only a mother could love.
They've armed one of the crates. It's going to explode if you don't get that key.
I feel more like myself every day.
You've secured one of the crates. See if you can't get the others.
The power of the light.
I will deliver you from her grasp. The elements empower me.
11B12 shot. Here we go.
You're too strong for you. Hold still, little one.
It hits hard for an amorphous pseudo-human.
That hurts. Engaging target.
Hoping to wear me down.
Looks like we're not done yet.
Your sacrifice will be remembered.
Perhaps if someone fed the creature, it would stop.
Another of the crates is armed to detonate. Get to that key card. You've secured one of the crates. See if you can't get the others.
Let us see an answer for this. All who serve Lilith will fall. This shall be of great help.
Mother tells us to hurry.
Even if you can.
Taking the shot.
They've been waiting. Let's see how tough you are. Regroup and await reinforcements.
You know what to do.
I may be on my own here, but maybe he's misunderstood.
Another crate is armed to blow. You don't have much time. That was the last crate. Wipe out the remaining Hydra forces, and let's get you home.
You shouldn't have pushed me.
Believe it or not, there was a time when Caretaker would have forbidden that sort of thing.
Going for it. Weren't they supposed to be all big and bad?
Regroup and focus!
Return to the darkness. You would dare!
Couldn't do better if we tried.
You were too weak for this fight.
That's one shipment Hydra won't be receiving.
Hey, Charlie Warly puppy face.
A few of us are meeting up tonight. It's a book club. You're probably busy, but if not, the others said I should invite you.
A book club?
Yeah, I didn't figure the great and powerful hunter would be into a book club.
If it is worth reading, I am interested.
All our books are worth reading. Anyway, I'm headed to the meeting. I doubt it's your thing, but if you're interested, you could tag along.
I need to take care of something first.
I'll be here. Let me know when you're ready.